Alright. The magic known as storytelling. A mother's last wish. Head to Star Sand Shoal. Receive a sudden invitation from Alice. Hope you and Paimon can help Durin fulfill a wish. One connected to his late mother, M. Alright, let's see. How long would this first part be?
Light it up.
Okay, sure, why not? Let's see how the recollections work. Oh, the Simulanka thing again. And then, paralogism.
Bring it.
Whoa, what the heck is happening here?
Oh, it's Durin!
Hmm?
Oh, his eyes look a lot more red. Oh,
Traveler and Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise. Looks like you've gotten even more powerful now.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. Albedo made sure of that. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still acclimating or something. I'm sure it'll clear up over time. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well,
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic known as storytelling was born.
so, she asked us to come.
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, that's Aunt Alice to you. I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdaughter. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
oh boy, we love books, not gonna lie. I saw that and I instinctively thought of because of you. Oh, we're back in this part.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after all.
Hey, Alice.
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka 2.0 or something?
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret?
Her work doesn't get published.
Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? Oh, that's because it was the work of more than one person. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns writing the next part of the story. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. A true tragedy. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending
But was it a good
myself
one?
on
I
her
don't
behalf.
remember.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finishing the story?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending. All I ask is that you do your best.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script, and I don't have any writing experience at all.
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful helpers? With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So don't be shy to ask
The smug
lots
look
of
forgiven. Oh
questions.
yeah, you picked the right people.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have to find it yourself, here inside this book.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah, let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks, too.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book. Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
In the past.
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter.
Oh god,
Follow
no,
the
not
hints,
memories of the past.
and you'll
No,
find them.
stop.
Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
What the heck is this? We got progress bar?
This is...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink Em left behind.
Wow.
Infused with a little of my
Damn,
own
the amount of
magic,
fourth wall
course.
breaking we're getting again.
If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it. It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly.
Oh god, that
This
puts
is
all the more
that's
pressure.
left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
Oh, it just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
Oh? Is it the mats we get for leveling up Durin?
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes, I'll find a way.
With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally, I can't miss this one.
Oh, she'll find us if anything.
Yeah! Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Wow. Alright, what's this first memory that we're gonna spot? Oh wait, never mind, we're just
Here
exiting.
we are again. Alice's magic really is incredible, huh? Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues.
Lose clues.
Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place for
these hints?
stories to sleep, perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past. There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet untold. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of this story lie.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be? Hey, you might actually be onto something. Guess that means we need to head back to Mondstadt?
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on, let's go!
Magic Nona storytelling. Alright. The go time, and the two people in the back just vibing. Alright. On stat library. First and foremost. Alright, how much you want to bet how long is each section? For a quest like this? You think it's gonna be pretty short? Or you think they actually made this one super lengthy somehow?
Back in the Mondstadt library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, when was the last time we were here?
So, we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry
Oh my
about
god, it's
that.
good to see you again.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand.
Of course, you would be mother.
I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here,
Oh,
I
how
was
lucky.
looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total.
Oh, of course,
I'll be
3.
relying on you to
We
track
love that
them
magic
down,
number 3.
cuties.
Oh, and there's one right here. Jumpty Dumpty Treasure Trove.
Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? We better show it to Lisa.
Blank verses?
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing? Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
A lot of stuff. Thing down here. I think they're just all here. Durin log.
An experiment log. Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book.
Second strongest spell in existence.
Second strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious.
Well, as long as Klee can't reach it.
There's definitely something fishy about this one.
The Boar Prince. Ah, the Boar Princess. Old classic.
Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's after all.
Was that all of them?
Well, did you manage to find them?
Alright, one by one.
This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we could tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
Oh, how I plan my
He
studying?
said it's full of
I'm
forbidden
not,
alchemical
I wasn't
formulas.
really a
Some of
great
which could even
studier,
result in
but
the creation of dangerous monsters.
especially with our schedule, yours is pretty tight. I definitely did not have
Apparently,
that
the
long
danger
a
it
string
posed
of
was so great,
classes and
he
stuff.
didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
But I would definitely try and
Still, if that mage
find
read
other
this book too,
classmates and stuff
it
to
must have
try
been
and work
written a
things
lot
out, just
earlier
to
than
have
I'd
someone to
imagined.
bounce ideas with.
Well, did you manage to find them? Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
Jesus, that's so many.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it.
Can we just not
After
get rid of
Klee
it
was
entirely?
born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you manage to find them?
But in terms of priority, I guess it just all depends on the severity of how much you're going to struggle with a particular subject. Like, I wouldn't recommend studying too many things at one time, but I do think studying only just one thing, one after another, might not necessarily be good. Like maybe you could focus on obviously like the sooner thing, and then like a little bit of something else just to help just take your mind off of that particular subject and slip into a different one, assuming it's kind of different.
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right.
Honestly,
It certainly
now that
isn't
you
supposed to be
bring up
here.
this subject, I'm honestly baffled that even I
It
got
looks
away
like a
with
regular poetry collection. How did it end up being
got away
classified as a
with
restricted book?
The
doing
issue lies
relatively
with one of
okay.
the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt.
Oh well, you don't need to
A
tell us. The
fierce
guy is
battle with
literally right here
Dvalin
next to
ensued,
us,
but
in a
in
way.
the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
We're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of
Time
friends.
flies.
But given
much
all
as we
the
hate to say
suffering
it.
experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer.
Well, according to the lore text,
Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after.
what? I didn't even get to read
And
through the
all
rest.
three
Oh
just
dang!
so
I didn't
happen
realize
to
I
be
chose the right
forbidden
ones.
texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts?
What's it like from my perspective?
know,
That's a good
the first time
question.
you mentioned that
It
the
hasn't
library
really,
had a
really
restricted
hit,
section,
hit me
Ellen thought
that
you were just trying to scare us.
I've seen like an individual change
It
that much.
actually exists.
Not that I
Not
feel
really
like you changed that
something you
much,
should
but
be
obviously
poking
your
your little
current
nose
position is
into,
much
is it,
different
cutie?
than back then.
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
I guess the only thing from my perspective is like I wouldn't say lifelong friends, but just like as longtime friends. It's like nothing's changed, and that in itself is a nice thing.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
All right, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
It's floating. Oh no, not paper cuts. They are indeed annoying. The amount of paper cuts I've gotten working with paper, especially at work. Find the place to speak of, for it is where the seeds of the story lie. Act 1.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel
Can I pause
fate
this, or
that
does this
lay
autoplay?
before it.
Okay, I think this just keeps on
Though
going.
the
I'll
witch
comment
had
on it
a
afterwards.
love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
Oh, we get to choose. Okay, let me just interject real quick. It depends on, I guess the main thing it depends is like how you're maintaining, or what work you're doing, and how you're maintaining the quote unquote work-life balance thing, which I guess it kind of is kind of like I think there's like some ups and downs. Like uni life, like you're quote unquote forced into an environment where you gotta engage with many types of individuals in comparison to work. At least my type of work. Like I definitely think like I think the relationships I built during uni definitely nice, and I think more memorable in that regard. Plus, I feel like when it comes to uni, there's a lot more of a direction of things you need to do, and for me as an individual, I definitely like having that type of guidance, type of thing. Obviously you're not in this scenario right now, but definitely, like there was definitely a lot more to control in terms of like timing and stuff when it came to uni. Like obviously you didn't really have much of an option when it came to your schedule, but like for me there was like some wiggle room during some semesters, so it definitely felt like there was a bit of freedom in the amount of time I can spend and do certain things. And then for me, I think just because the nature of my work isn't as stressful profession-wise, it definitely doesn't feel as bad, but I feel like if I was definitely doing something much more high stakes, it definitely would not feel as good. Especially since, you know, a full-time job definitely dedicates a lot more hours compared to probably anything so far. Except for, you know, full-time student, like back before college. Because like, the actual amount of college classroom hours is nowhere near as long as traditional school stuff. But I'm pretty sure if you ever get yourself into a 9 to 5 job position, it's definitely gonna feel taxing. I'm not working that long, but even then it still feels taxing. And then all the hours outside of it, you really gotta make those count. So there's that. And then the whole thing about taxes, like, don't, like, when it comes to, I guess, money stuff in general, it's like, you only really need to worry about the taxes stuff, mainly when you start having to consider, like, when you're living on your own, home property and all that stuff. Like, always, there's, like, taxes, like, the taxes that get applied to, like, your pay, but that's kind of, like, automatic, so it doesn't really matter too much. There's stuff like, I guess, insurance and stuff, if you got any of those. So I feel like any of the money stuff that gets involved is, are you just earning enough to sustain yourself type of deal. I mean, like, just make sure whatever bills and stuff you gotta do, just don't have it be recurring often, because like, the only types of stuff that I've had to pay is like my credit card stuff, like once a month, but that's not that hard to remember. That and home property tax, which I actually don't know if that's different from another tax that I paid this year. I had to pay home property tax recently. It was really easy for me, because all I had to do was go to a website, type in a specific code, or find my address, and just enter my bank information and just pay it. But that's different from a different tax that I usually have to pay in the beginning of the year for something else. Which, that one's a bit more annoying just because it's a bit more confusing with all like the terminology and stuff. But there's like, of course, all sorts of like tax program application stuff that tries to streamline the process, but it's like, there really isn't that much you need to pay unless you're dabbling in all sorts of, I wouldn't say weird, but just dabbling in a lot more stuff. And it's like, it doesn't happen often, you know, so it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's just like the money problem is where the real issue comes in. Yeah, so, you know, obviously if you don't want to make it hard for yourself, you know, limit what you need to work on, I guess, and that stuff. Yeah, I honestly, like, obviously you hear the thing of building credit's good, but like, I've never been in the position of having bad credit, so I don't know how much it actually like limits you in that type of deal, but yeah, just definitely try and get your own credit card at some point, just as a convenience thing, you know. What should you do? Okay, let's go back to this for a bit. What should you use to adorn his cradle? Wisp of woodland, the Glacial Splendor? I don't know what this is.
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a trace of palatial splendor. Then, she quietly
No, it's good.
waited
I mean, it's an
for
interesting
the
talk.
egg to hatch.
But I mean, it's not that hard to get nailed down. Like, you're gonna get reminders to do it, or else, you know, you're gonna suffer major consequences. And I'm someone who is driven to do things when, you know, something really bad's gonna come out of it.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
Oh, and we get to see
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
we get to see M's Dodoko.
Yeah!
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
Oh, that's because it is who we think it is.
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
Are we not going to comment on the Dodoko right there?
Youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Let's just go.
I agree.
This Dodoko doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? Wait a second. All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexen Circle. Do you think the witch in this story is one of them too?
Are we really just not thinking this is M? Like, is that just going
my
over
mother
our
had
heads?
a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be M. Looks like this story really is about Durin, huh?
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, it had little bearing on the story at hand. For in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
Okay, but yeah. I just think that the stories you hear about those are just from people that just, you know, just have a lot going on in their lives. I mean, I feel like it's not as bad for me because I'm still technically living with family, so like there's definitely a lot less stuff for me to worry about. But even if I didn't, like I live a pretty frugal life, so it's nowhere near as turbulent.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I struggle and stress out more while thinking about how to handle my gacha budget.
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch, so that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the
Oh
dragon
boy,
youth
we're using
might
flame
be
body
able to
Pokemon
provide
moment.
the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading, for in countless tales it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Alright, Durin, selling the egg.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Oh, whoops. I used the wrong thing. I need to use the basic attack. Right? Or do I need to ult?
Lament for the end.
Did I miss?
Ah,
I just keep hitting it.
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing.
Oh, okay. We got one thing to finally proc.
At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this, your birth was wanted. You are loved, and you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
you've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had
Oh,
three
there's still the
visitors by
co-versions of
her
her.
side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
There, a witch once spent a sleepless night and all to bring forth a story yet untold.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but Why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet?
Because it isn't finished. His
Durin
tale
broke
is
free
still
from the
going
curse,
ongoing.
Came into this world with a new body and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon. True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Oh, did a quick call?
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man. Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break. Yeah.
Oh,
Paimon
is this
has
the
a sudden
break?
craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Alright, I'm guessing that's the break, right?
Aunt Alice said we can return to the story world at any time. If you feel like checking it out again, just come find me.
Alright, that was the first bit. Okay, so it isn't long. They literally just split the story quest into parts. Cause why the heck not? Okay, so I guess tomorrow we'll do part 2 of the story. Oh boy, I can't wait to split this a whole bunch. I did say I was gonna do ZZZ story tomorrow. This is gonna go one of two ways. I honestly do not trust myself to wake up on Friday morning if I stay up as late as I am today, even though it's not really that late in comparison to some certain days. But it's late enough to make me think I'm gonna miss it. So, two things are gonna happen tomorrow. Either one, I only play part of the ZZ story, as well as a bit of Durin's story quest. And then we'll finish the rest of it on Friday? Question mark? But I want to do the merch thing. I could do... No, let me not tax myself. I might... Okay. I'll do part of the story tomorrow, as well as more during story quest. Friday morning, I'll try and wake up and watch the HSR stream. Friday night, I'll come back and do the merch stuff. Or try and do it. You'll see why I'm saying try. Because I want to try and get it done sometime before this weekend. Saturday, we'll finish ZZZ story. Then Sunday may or may not be a break, depending. Because what? All we have left is ZZZ events. I don't think the Genshin events are... Well, there is a Genshin event coming out soon, but I don't think it's the big one. Maybe I just might use Sunday to just catch up on games, because I have a bunch of event stuff and other games I need to do. Like, Honkai Impact, I still haven't done that new, quote-unquote new one, even though it technically has been out for like a week and a half. The one with Aichan. Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure out the other things I need to. I might need to stream for next week. Do the merch thing right now. There's no way I'm doing it right now. I want to also do the trip stuff alongside the merch thing. So that will be like a good 2 to 3 hour stream at bare minimum. Is there new achievements? There are achievements for the story. Are there any other new ones besides that? No. Unless I missed one. No, there's no new ones. Okay, let me collect these while I'm at it. Oh god, that's a lot of them. Let me open my achievement thing. I haven't updated this thing in a while. This one. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I need to click. When the stone is lifted, illusory dream, emerging past, nocturne falling, born day, prayer night, true internal. Okay. Okay, well, because I fell 1 week behind, I can't grab this one anymore, so I'm one achievement behind everyone else. And I believe there's a secret one for being the world boss. Defeat a super heavy Land Rover that's overheated and has become immobilized. Okay, so we need to do a bunch of pyro application stuff on that boss. There's that. Okay, you know what? Normally I wouldn't entertain the temple, but I do want Jehoda. So I'll entertain one more temple. Alright, Jehoda, please. Ah, it's a Farazan. One more. You're really driving a hard bargain. I'll do just one more. Only one more. I won't be persuaded any more beyond this. Oh well, crap. The fact I see Rust here already. Unless it's gonna be in the very last poll, it's probably not gonna be though. That's funny. Do a single? Have I done any singles? No, I have done some singles. Not that many though. I have done a few singles. One single poll. Okay, it's over. Jehoda doesn't like me. We're done. Alright. Well, Jehoda is gonna be like Yansen. It's never in my party. I realized I don't even have Yansen either. Which kinda blows. Alright, well anyways, we'll be back tomorrow night to do some more to continue the Durin story, and then we'll start the ZZ story, I suppose. I have no idea how long it is, and I'm afraid to search it up in case of spoilers, so no, it's fine. Alright, but anyways, I wish you a good night, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.